Hi guys, it's Mystique Makeup. I know that I have been missing for a while, but as if you saw my last video, you will know that I've been traveling around a little bit. I am now back in Melbourne, which is where I plan to stay for a little while. This is just a really quick video about travel essentials makeup, and a few tips for when you're going traveling or backpacking. Since that's what I've been doing most recently, that's what I thought I would do for my latest video. So, first thing I do is travel makeup. Best advice I can give you is don't take more than you need to. Travel light, because if you're backpacking or if you're lugging things around going from place to place, you don't want to be carrying more than you need to. So this is the size of the travel bag that I took with me, and I will show you what's in it. So first of all, for your foundation, you probably know what type of foundation works best for you anyway. If it is a liquid, I highly recommend squirting some out into a little jar. Now that is enough to last you for ages. I've been using this for about 2 months actually. It's lasted me a really long time. You don't want to take the whole thing just in case it breaks, might leak everywhere, and you're not going to need it. It's just going to take up more space. So if you can find a little jar, you can buy them at like pharmacies, chemists, drugstores, or you know, you can pick them up all over the place. Also took concealer because my skin has a tendency to break out a lot at the moment. In liquid, I really would recommend a setting powder, particularly if you're going somewhere. Most people, when they go traveling, they go somewhere that's warm. They make the most of the warm weather. You need something to set your makeup with, otherwise it's just going to run right off. The one that I took with me is Everyday Minerals, and you can just, it's got a wee sponge thingy on it, and you can just put it straight on. You can use a brush to I just ate it all, to just get rid of the powder. I really like taking minerals when I go traveling. This one that I've got has got SPF 25 in it as well, so it's got your sunscreen, but they give a really nice natural finish. You don't look as though you've got loads of makeup on. I find they tend to breathe a little bit better, and because it's powder, it's not going to sweat or run, it's just going to stay put. So downside is that it being a powder, it's slightly messier, and you'd probably need to take a kabuki brush with you, but I like them for traveling. I just think they're a little bit more practical. Blusher, I just took one little blusher with me. It's a really nice colour as well. It doesn't make me look as though I've got heaps of makeup on, because when I go travelling I don't like to look really. Take a bronzer if you want. Again, if you've got bronzing beads or powder, I'd put it into a little jar. I'd probably recommend taking a pressed one because it's not going to spill anywhere. You don't have to worry quite so much about messiness. I definitely recommend taking an eyeshadow primer, an eye primer with you. This is just a Too Faced Shadow Insurance one. Again, if you're in hot climates, you're going to get more creasing than normal. This is just going to help things stick. It's going to make your colour stay a little bit longer. I personally don't like taking mineral eyeshadows when I go travelling because they get really messy. I've taken them before and I've spilt them and it's made a huge mess. If you can take something like this is just a sleek makeup palette. Oh, it's a little bit dirty, sorry. And it's got, what, like 12 colours. It's got some really natural ones, and then it's got some dark ones if you're going out or you want to dress up a little bit more. It's good, it's cheap, it only costs like £6. Doesn't matter if you lose it or if you drop it and it breaks. It's not the end of the world. I've also taken this one, which is a Body Shop Shimmer Cube. It's a little bit more expensive. The colours are really nice, and you've got 4 different colours, so even if that's all you take, you can do different looks with it. If you use it wet, you get a little bit more colour payoff. The brown one's really good for smokiness. There's heaps of different colours you can get. Eyeliners, if you like a pencil, I like to get one that is waterproof or smudge proof. I take my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On. Once it's sort of set, it stays put really well. The colour payoff is really good, it doesn't smudge. Or if you're going to use a liquid liner, this one is a Paris Berlin pencil one. It's a good liner. It's got a really thin nib, but because you don't dip it into anything, sometimes it takes a while because the colour doesn't come out as strong as you want. But it's waterproof, which is really handy when you're travelling. I took an eyelash curler. I didn't use that all the time, but I did use it when I was going out. I just took my normal mascara, which was Maybelline Lash Stiletto. A brow pencil, and it's a 2-in-1. It's a pencil and it has the brush on it as well. I didn't use that very often, but I took it with me just in case. It doesn't take up much space. Lip balm. I'd highly recommend taking lip balm. This one is just a chapstick. It has SPF 10 in it, so it's going to protect your skin from the sun. But it's really handy. If you're going somewhere hot, the climate's going to dry you out a little bit. When you go inside, you're going to get air conditioning, which dries you out a little bit. Same vice versa. If you are going somewhere cold, you're going to get, the moisture's just going to get sucked right out of the air. And if you go inside, they're going to have heating, and that tends to dry you out as well. So lip balm is really good. What else did I take? Tweezers. Tweezers are handy for your eyebrows, or if you get a splinter or something like that. I took a really cheap nail file as well. Doesn't have to be anything expensive, just in case you get a snag or a breakage, you want to tidy things up. Safety pins. Safety pins are really handy. I was away and I ripped my skirt like the first day that I was there, and safety pins are my travel tips. Where's my little notebook gone? Okay, I've got a wee list that I wrote out. The first bit of advice that I would give is don't take any more than you need to, whether it's clothes, makeup, whatever. The more space that you have available, the more you can buy souvenir-wise when you get there, and also especially if you're backpacking, or even if you've got things in a little suitcase. You don't want to be lugging around any more than you have to. Earplugs and eye patches, especially if you're a light sleeper, even if you're staying in a hotel, often the walls can be quite thin and you can either hear people in the room next door or on the street outside. If you're staying in a backpacker, definitely, because you don't know if you're going to get someone who snores really bad, you don't know if you're going to get people that come home in the middle of the night, start making noise, turn on lights. Torch. We took a little headlamp with us. You can just take a little handheld one, but that one does come in really handy, and we have had to use it on several occasions as well. If you're at backpackers, some backpackers have a rule where the lights go out at a certain time and you can't turn them back on. So if you're still getting ready for bed, it's good to have torch. If you come home late and people are already asleep, don't turn on the main lights. Use a little torch like that. We've been in a hotel as well where the power's gone out and the lights have gone out, and it's really handy to have torch. Take a padlock, whether it's for your luggage or whether it's for a locker. Most backpackers will have lockers that you can hire or use. Often they will charge you for a key, or you have to go and buy your own key and padlock. So it's good to have a padlock. Take a scarf or a shawl, and respect other people's cultures, no matter where you're going, whether it's a Christian country and there's lots of churches, or whether it's a Muslim country, a Middle Eastern country and there's lots of mosques. If you want to go in there, you have to be respectful of cultures. I have seen people queuing up for 2 hours to get in and then get turned away because they had short shorts or short skirts. On your shoulders, you have to put something over them, so it's good to just have a scarf or a shawl that you can either put over your hair or your head if you're going into something like a mosque, or if you're going into a church, that you can cover your shoulders with. It doesn't matter whether it's your culture or not, whether you believe in it or not. You're in their country, you're a guest in their country, you want to experience their things, respect their cultures, because otherwise you will get turned away. Write down numbers that you think you might need, confirmation of hotels, print out confirmation of hotels. And I've heard of stories where people have got to a backpacker or a hotel and the concierge has been like, no, you don't have a booking here, or they've tried to charge them more. So if you've got confirmation, you can say, look, no, you've printed it out. You know, you just got that as a backup for yourself. Take numbers of hotels and backpackers in case you get lost and need directions, in case you need to reschedule, you want to come earlier or you want to come later. Take a notebook so you can write down any information that you think you might need, just in case. Take any expensive jewellery or anything that's really valuable to you. It's nice to think that everybody is as honest as you, but people do nick things. Especially jewellery. People that pickpocket are very good at pickpocketing, and they can take stuff from you you won't even notice for a couple of hours or days even. Don't take anything expensive that you're not prepared to lose. Often, most of the time you're not going to, but it's just better to be safe than sorry. Buy your own food as much as you can. Check out, when you book your hotel or your backpacker, check out where supermarkets are, and buy your own food, whether it's for eating in the evenings or for breakfast. We went one place and we brought like cereal and long life milk that didn't need to be kept in the fridge, and we saved heaps just having breakfast in our room instead of buying it. Particularly if it's like a really touristy place, food's not cheap because they know you have to eat, and they do jack up the prices for tourists. That I think is all that I can think of at the moment. If I think of anything else, I'll write it down in the description box. Above all, have heaps of fun, take photos, you'll meet some amazing people and you'll see some amazing things. Even if things go wrong, I know that at the time it might stress you out and you think it's the end of the world, but in a couple of years you'll be able to laugh about it and it'll be a really good story to tell. So just no matter what you do, have fun and share your experiences with people as well. Alright, that's all I've got for now. Any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them, and I hope that's helped a little bit. Take care everyone, bye!